Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Carl Experience. Hope you guys had a great Fourth. I made an episode, a version of this before July 4th, and decided to scrap it because it was in my head for like 2 days. Everything I'd said, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, it's gone. Okay. This one is by request. We're going to be talking about UFOs today. This is a requested topic, so I'm going to cover it. But, a report was, the U.S. government, I guess, decided to release a report stating about recently found unidentified aerial objects, UAOs. Fancy way of just getting around saying UFOs, period. They said that at the time in question for said for said UAOs, that they didn't have anything in the sky, and neither did anybody else. No other countries, and we weren't testing anything either. You can go ahead and believe that if you want, but it's the same crap they pulled back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s of saying what they want everybody to hear. They're not actually explaining any damn thing. They're not even attempting to explain it. So, here's what is ironic about it. I mean, most of you know that about UFOs, or UAOs as they're trying to say it now. UAOs, or UFOs, have been around for generations. I mean, they go back as far as prehistoric times that we know of, because we find in the Mayan, the Incan, and possibly even the Toltec civilization. We see petroglyphs, geoglyphs. We see evidence of men, of what looks to be modern day men, riding in the machines that are rocketing up into the air. As well as ancient India, where they have multiple pictures in some of their epic paintings. With UFOs and other stuff in the picture that's painted in. In case you're not up to date, there are usually only a few kinds of UFOs. There's the triangle. There's the boomerang-shaped one, which still looks like a boomerang at night, which looks like a triangle at night because of the lights. There are the cigar-shaped ones. There are the ball-shaped ones. There are ones shaped like a pie pan, and they're the classic UFO that looks like a flying saucer with a little bubble up on top and bottom. Now, having said all that, scientifically speaking, it depends on how much you're digging in. Like, if you're reading between the lines, yes, UFOs exist. Yes, science says that. I just think it's very bizarre that the government has issued yet another blanket or umbrella statement to cover their own ass when it comes to researching UAOs or UFOs. We're just going to call them UFOs, just so I don't have to keep reiterating it. But UFOs have been around for centuries, millennia, all that kind of thing, and they really became a popular thing after the 1940s at Roswell, New Mexico. That having been said, people have claimed that the aliens are dissecting cows and anally probing humans. I could buy some human interaction, but as far as mutilating cows, what do aliens need to dissect cows for? What do they need cow's blood for? Nothing. you can be a part. You can be a part of the whip system, which says that well they need it for testing. No, they don't. If if they have the ability to fly clear across the galaxy or even the universe, if little green men from Mars or Neptune or Alpha Centauri or even the Andromeda Galaxy, if we're talking faster than light travel. If you're going by that, why? If they have the ability to travel between galaxies or even star systems, why would they need to tear apart our cows, our goats? They don't. Why are people so? Why did a lot of people claim that they were probed by alien technology? That I can see, but I don't quite see the need for it. I mean, if they're advanced enough to go between systems and galaxies and whatnot, I certainly don't see why they need to investigate us time after time after time. I mean, there are instances where I think it was a farmer in Mexico, I believe. I could be wrong, but somewhere in Latin America, this farmer was supposedly abducted by aliens, and he doesn't remember much. He remembers a woman who had large gray who had large gray alien style eyes on a human face, and apparently he disposed of his seed inside of her, or whatever the case is. They copulated, and I can't remember if he was left clothed or if he was left in the field in which he was taken completely butt-ass naked. I think it was naked, and it was chimed up to him just being suffering from heat exhaustion because it was very hot when this happened. But also the phallic on the absurdist end of it. A lot of people will say that we are God's creation, and that there's no other life form in the universe could claim that they're humans and all this. I don't doubt that, but I don't think out of the entire universe we're the only life in it. It is egotistical to assume so, and an even bigger botch up to proselytize that. Now, do I know where the aliens? Do I know where these aliens are? No. And by aliens, I'm talking things that don't come from this planet, extraterrestrials, ETs. Do I think that UFOs are real? Yes, I do believe I saw a couple of them in my childhood, and one was weird because it was something floating overhead in the city, and it was a good 100 or 200 feet above the ground. And it was traveling against the wind, and it was flailing like it was floating with the wind, which isn't physically possible to flail against the wind like you're being taken by the wind. Do I think there are aliens? I think there's life on more than just Earth. Do I think they're spacefaring? Most likely. With all the evidence that has been brought forward, shaky though it may be, I do believe that UFOs, that there are spacecraft that fly intersystemally and intergalactically. Can I prove this? No, God no. I can spot a fake on YouTube just as well as anybody else can, and that's why I don't generally get into that, because then you get known as the whack job. But do I believe the government in stating that they don't have an aircraft in the air in that area? I know other country does either. I believe that they know they don't. I believe that they might not have any of our vehicles up in the air, but they're just flat out saying nothing's there. I'm sorry, if an airline pilot or a jet pilot almost run into it, then it's not just, flights of fancy. But people are taking. I feel that with this age of social media, everybody having a camera on them. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because I believe we are closer to solving the mystery of extraterrestrial life, even if it is a little banal. But the interesting part is if we see UFOs, what are we supposed to do? We can't call the police, because, what are they going to do? Hop in their hover car and fly after it? We can't call the military, because they're just going to deny that it was there. I'm not being I'm not being a conspiracy theorist at all here. I've literally been studying UFO and UFOlogy for since I was a kid, since the 80s. I think it was like 7 or 8 when I started researching UFOs and spacecraft and planets and all this crap. I was doing all of it well before everybody else was. That's what made it so interesting. And then everybody else thought I was a kook in middle school. And I learned very quickly not to mention this stuff in high school, because in high school, it's not going to win you any popularity contests. Hell, it won't even win you very much of anything. It'll win you a beatdown, maybe, but yeah, so I would love to say I could trust the government of the United States of America, but we can't, as they're reporting to UFOs. I am not going to be I'm not going to be believing in their report, because it's biased as hell, but we also need to remember that there's an entire universe out there. We've only just started scratching the surface. We haven't even left the planet yet. And we're already trying to solve the mysteries of the universe. And we haven't even thoroughly explored our entire planet yet. There are still things we don't know. But after well over 50 years of military pilots and commercial air pilots freaking out, staying quiet, and all this other crap with UFOs, I think it's commendable that they're starting to release these stories without fear or prejudice or reprisal. Could we be visited by another life form? That would be nice. But you can't. Anybody who denies that UFOs exist doesn't understand what a UFO is. It's an unidentified flying object. If it's up in the air, flying around, and you can't identify it, it's a UFO. Is it little green men flying around on a spinning disc? That we don't know. But yet we want to label everything that might look like that a UFO. But in conclusion, I feel that UFOs are unidentified flying objects are real. I believe unidentified aerial objects are more of a mysterious term just because the government can get away with saying it. Do I believe in extraterrestrial life? Abso-fucking-lutely. We don't have all this matter in the universe to fucking sit around and look pretty for us. Now do we have things beyond our capability to reach, and they're only getting farther away. So yeah, there's probably going to be some explanation there given at some point, but right now we are too ignorant a species. I mean, come on, this last presidential election alone made us divisive, and it seemed like most of the country was split in two. Why would an alien come here and be like, "Hello, we come to save your planet"? I think they want to see us make it through. I think they want to observe how we make it through this pubescent stupidity we're in. But like I said, this is going to be a short video. I didn't plan on this video being very long. If you guys want to comment, go ahead and comment. I can elaborate more if you need to. I can send personal videos out if I need to. But you guys let me know. I gotta find another subject to hit because there's just so many news things that are newsworthy. But I'm gonna catch y'all later. So peace out and have fun. Bye bye.